Okay, so like since we're talking about like punishment, like even Z said that even though we bring in stricter punishments, still the cases will still happen, but it'll go unreported. So let's now move into the what causes rape question. Like even though we put strict punishments, still the rape cases won't decrease. So
Yeah,
let's
like
move
what
on to
causes
that.
rape according to the Indian mentality.
Yeah.
Bro, one more I'd like to add. So in order to this prevent further rapes, I don't know, I think it might work. We need to educate the future generations about rape and everything. Talk about psychology, talk about
Yeah,
all the
that's what we
taboo
said.
stuff.
Like sex ed should be
Yes,
compulsory,
Hmm.
yes, sex ed should be compulsory.
and
And
all of this comes under that.
yeah, like it shouldn't be taboo or something like, oh, we can't talk about it, we can't talk about like that. No, it's too much. Like so much has happened, and it's time we have to educate. We have to make the future generations woke, man. it's
Okay,
it's
we
enough.
we all know we all know
Educate properly.
pornographic content under adult movies plays a huge part in like promoting rape culture in a way because of that case that happened like last year with that teacher. Um,
You know,
but
most of the people who get like apprehended, right, when they interrogate them, this is what they say: we got
yeah,
inspired, or we learned from that industry. It's
okay,
like
okay. So
it
so
was
here's the
normal.
thing.
They
Here's the
thought it would
thing.
be normal.
Here's
Like,
the
what the
thing.
hell, man?
Should pornographic content in this context be completely banned, or should it be monitored? Like only a
It should be
level of
monitored.
It should be
For
filtered,
now, it should be monitored. Then after some
the
time, when
hmm.
the cases go down, it should be banned.
No. Like what I want to say is it should not be completely banned. It should be filtered. Like, there are categories like, extreme, violent type, videos, which, that the problem is the internet. Even though we try to ban, it will still pop out of somewhere. But, it has to be like somehow more stricter. Like, those violent videos and all, it should like stop spreading. Because even though it's not in the internet, there are still people, even this has happened to me also, okay, like I'll like share my experience. Some of my friends, I'm not going to take their names, in from my college, okay, like from some other class or something, shared me like videos of minors, like in like doing intercourse and all that videos. Some, like, there's so many videos from WhatsApp itself they just share. So that all should like be stopped, those child pornography and stuff, that all should not be. Because that's anyway like illegal, but still people are like finding it from somewhere and sharing it. So that all distribution should not be there. That's all.
yeah, Glenn, you were saying something about causes.
I just now said one.
No, no, no,
I
no,
spoke on the
no, no,
pornography.
I
no, no,
need to
no, no,
add
no,
this.
no, no. You were about to say something about the mentality of people, like they blame the victims.
Yeah, most of them, like, I think backward people. I think I would like call them backward people. I think they blame mostly, like, they'll be like, it's not the what you say fault of the guy. It's hers. Like, it's hers too. She shouldn't be out at that time over there wearing that, doing
Yeah,
these
that is what
things.
I don't like in this so-called patriarchal world. Like the male figures, talking down on the female figures, like not letting them, like, why were you outside. That's the first question that comes out of like the police officers when a girl goes to report the crime. That's why she's not able to report. It's like
Right.
she feels sort of like a shame, like she
Yeah,
can't. They
so
won't, they will anyway won't listen to me, so I just better not report and move on with my life with the internal trauma that's gonna remain my whole life.
Okay, so the video that was shared like on our group, these people who have this mentality are like very old people, from a different generation, right?
Yeah.
So
Backward.
yeah, do you think these guys like genuinely don't respect women, or do they just say, or do they respect women? Like their own mother, do they not respect their mother, sisters, daughters? Do they, or their wife? Do they not respect that? You guys think that?
Bro, I think they're respected, but their way of thinking is really harsh and
No, no, no. I understand. I'm just asking, guys. If a person who has a backward thinking and says that women should cover up completely, should not go out, right? Do they respect women or no?
The
No.
problem is
Depends from person to person, bro.
their way of respect, their way of thinking about the concept respect is completely twisted. Like they think
Yes.
that if a woman does not get raped, that is respect. If she gets raped, that is like a shame, a
No, no, no.
taboo. So
Yeah.
No, no,
Like
that's
instead
no.
what's
of
messed up.
shaming the rapist, the victim is shamed.
See,
Exactly.
Yeah.
see. They were brought up in a place where women was like they didn't work. They only stayed at home. They just made the
They were
household
treated as
stuff. Yeah,
slaves
they
and
only did. Yeah,
objects.
they only did the household chores. They didn't go out. They didn't dress up like in those kind of clothes, right? So as a kid, that is what they saw. That is what they learned. That is what they experienced. That is what they saw their parents do, their grandparents do, their sisters, brothers. This is the environment they grew up in, and and uh, and just because they say that women is at like women who get raped are at fault because they wear such kind of clothes, because they wear makeup, they go outside full exposed and all that.
They
It's
drink, they
yeah,
smoke.
yeah, bro. This is their upbringing, their backward mentality speaking. Okay, this is not their disrespect towards women is speaking
That's what.
because they respect their women. Like if you really like go into their house and see, of course they respect their wife, they respect their daughters. They're not beating them up, or maybe in some cases they do. But like if you look at an overall picture, they respect the women of their house. Obviously they do. But the
And
thing
the
is
women
that
in their household is like their pride.
yes,
That's
yes.
why they safeguard
Hmm.
it.
Pride.
But
Yes.
as Klein said, this mentality is twisted.
Dignity.
So we need to change the mentality. Of course, we cannot change these guys because they're way gone, man. They're like 70, 80. They're not gonna change, man. This
Just
is
wait
what they
for them
grew
to
up with.
pass away.
Yeah, we need to educate the upcoming people.
They're supposed to be like wise. We like look up to them
Yeah.
and shit.
But
Old and wise.
Everybody's a product of their environment, right? So like
Yeah,
this is
yeah, yeah.
what they grew up in. So when I see people on social media recording them and putting them on blast, bro, people on social media, right? Do you fuckers really think that these guys give a fuck? They're gonna go back to their village, they're gonna do their normal job, but they don't care. You're fucking exposing them on the internet. What you're doing is just defaming people for no reason. Of course, their mentality is very sick and twisted, and we need to change that. But instead of like defaming them, putting a camera up to their face, just interview them like this one person did. He did a very good job in interviewing these guys.
Yeah.
Right. He interviewed them and he was like, do you guys really think that these guys don't respect their women? Of course they respect their women, but it's the mentality. So everything comes down to mentality. We need to change the goddamn mentality. We need to educate. Education is the biggest thing. First of all, tell kids about the law, right? If they know about the law, if they know about the punishment, and also like another thing, right? Pornographic content, I think that needs to be monitored like heavily in India. It's available to the masses. People are, and I don't think banning porn is like the complete answer because this is just going to increase the sexual frustration of kids.
It
Like they
is. It
won't.
is actually already banned, like viewing also, but still they can view it, so it's
Yeah,
pointless.
Yeah,
yeah.
by using VPN.
Yeah, but I think that it actually helps with like kids in like expressing like releasing their sexual frustration, bro. Otherwise, they're just gonna be like in the mood of like fuck I don't know where I want to go somewhere, I want to do something. But like porn actually helps in a way, right? But I think that needs to be
Yeah.
heavily monitored.
But monitored how?
Like I said, filter it. Like remove the
Okay,
violent
okay.
videos, child pornography. Remove all that. Like
Bro,
don't have that.
like any other content that gets monitored on the internet, man.
For that, we gotta like see the most searched. I mean, the most watched porn site, whatever is called, is Pornhub, right? So we, so in order to pull that, what you guys said, in order to pull that off, we have to freaking ask Pornhub to remove that stuff and like that.
They
It's
have
So
already
possible. A
removed
lot
it.
of things are
They
possible.
have they actually follow like guidelines not to put up child pornography or like violent sexual assault stuff and all that. So they don't have that. It's the other sites. There are sites in the internet, like which shows all this. So that just has to be filtered out or removed.
Yeah, exactly, Klein. Yeah, what Klein
but
said.
then again, they can just use VPN and that's it.
Hey, Klein.
Yeah, say
Yeah, I
Zed.
want to add one more thing, like about the mentality part,
Mm-hmm.
where like they think that the women of the household are the dignity of the house. Like it's not. It shouldn't be like that. It should be like both men and women should be the dignity of the household. If they keep on pressurizing the woman, right? If they keep on blaming them, it's still like it will go like shit, like how it's been going for these many years. Both should
Exactly.
be held accountable. Like both should be what do you say, held accountable for the dignity of the household.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like when that Delhi gang rape thing happened, right? After that, everybody was like, you need to teach your daughters like self defense,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
But then one guy commented, like somewhere I just read it, was like, first teach your sons.
Yeah,
That
true.
Yeah.
just changed the whole
Yeah.
thing around, and that was
Yep.
like
Yep.
the truest statement ever. Like he said, like teach your fucking sons to behave. You don't need to be
Yep.
teaching your daughters like shit. Just teach your
Yeah,
sons to behave.
teach your sons to be a man, not a fucking monster. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, cause, dude, let's say like the girl, learned self defense, full black belt in martial arts and all. What's the use? She's gonna get overwhelmed by what, 6 men, by 7 men, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
One woman versus 6 men. She's gonna get overwhelmed, and then yeah, there you go, crime. Self defense is, yeah, it's good, but not for long. I mean, bro, one more. They can just pull a gun on you, and that's it. You're raped. But then you get what I mean, right? Yeah.
I just want to add like something to the mentality part. Like currently, like see, like I will be very truthful. Okay, like currently in our own household also. Okay, like the like from us who are having sisters and all etc. Like that. Okay, so like we usually don't send like them outside like after 9 or something, or they have a specific timing, right? That come home at this time itself, like that. It's not just it's not because like we treat like blaming women or something. And as Zishan said, and like as I guess client said that they are pride of the home or something like that. Yeah, so like
Zen said that.
yeah, Zen said that. Yeah, so like people don't treat that thing as like bolte na, like the rape culture thing, that blaming women only for everything happening, like that, why is she so late and all. No, like some people, like some parents care for their child, because like after hearing such and such things happening late at night somewhere, and also like people get a little bit tensed and they say, like people means their parents, they get tensed and say that beta, like please come home early as possible. And yeah, like for that also, like what I want to tell is that, like maybe according to me, a much like India should improve some like strict guidelines on like like the CCTV cameras and all etc. like that. Like I don't know. That's what my opinion is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very like scary cycle that parents are scared that their daughters are gonna get
Yeah.
uh, like something bad will happen. God forbid something bad will happen to their daughter, so they don't like give them the freedom that they give their boys. But
Yeah.
because they don't treat their sons and daughters equally, this
Right.
creates a mentality that boys then later go on and like I don't know, some kind of shit happens and they start so like so like it's a cycle. It like one thing happens because of the other, and the other thing happens because of it. So like like there needs to be a cut in that circle somewhere, and like
Yeah.
the government needs to be involved heavily, bro. As South said, yeah, I totally forgot about the whole security thing, bro. Like there should be, bro, imagine, bro, this will also increase job opportunities, like security guards at night, like everywhere, at every
Yeah.
stop, with CCTV cameras everywhere,
Also,
monitoring
like,
everything.
yeah, special buses for the women, like working at night or something like that. Something like that. I don't know, but like maybe there are so many good people like in our government also, like who might also come up with such initiative of like bringing out a change in like the for the women, like for the women like working at night and something like that. Yeah, so like for their security reasons. So that's what I feel, is that like they should be taking, the government should be taking initiatives on bringing up the security of the women. Yeah.
Guys, I want to say some people, right? They're blaming Western culture. So what's your take on that?
Like what, for the clothes?
They're just like, because of women are like seeing the Western culture and blah blah blah. Some they're like just bringing up Western culture for
Ah,
some
man,
reason. That's why the rapes are
bro,
happening.
it's the same old blame them, blame that bullshit. Nobody wants to take accountability. Fucking dickheads
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's what.
see, like I will come up with this Western culture thing, okay? Like I will just say this. Uh, like no, it's just not India or something, man. Like every single country is following a Western culture. It's not just India. And see, even if a girl wears some short clothes or something like that, it's not her fault. If a 8-year old girl is getting raped, okay, and like if you're telling that wearing dress is something, that is promoting rape, so it's entirely wrong, right? If eight
Exactly,
year
man.
old is getting raped for, you're saying that due to the clothes, the girl is to be blamed and all, etc. It's not. What I would like to say is that, okay, this thing, like like we discussed. I'm just sorry, like I'm stammering so much, but like I just want to say this, okay, that this all this pornographic thing, as like you all said, like they should all ban like such and such kind of things, like child pornography and all, and that is a good initiative. And as Zishan said, that like if we entirely stop this porn thing, then it's also wrong, because like people like it might increase that sexual frustration and all, etc., and people might go outside and commit like such. It will be in the favor of like increasing the rapes and all. So it's the right thing that like the pornographic industry should also be in control, and they should not show like some like violent, pornography or something like that, because that at the end, it caters down to that, like the people's mentality, that such and such kind of thing is called sex, but it's not this kind of a thing. It's not sex. It's just like the mental pressure, which the mental pleasure, sorry, the mental pleasure which is like given to the user, like the viewers, through their sites and all, etc. And like also like bringing down to the psychology thing, okay, like when a person watches porn, okay, uh, a small time pleasure, chemical is released inside his brain, named as dopamine. So when this dopamine is released inside his brain, he tends down to like satisfy this dopamine, this short term pleasure, okay. Like I will say this, okay, like after people masturbate, okay, they kind of feel like they feel like lazy or something like that, lazy, or they are not much motivated to do their work or something like that. So like when they are not motivated to do their work, they once again they go on to the spawn sites, and then like they just start masturbating again. And when they like go to masturbate again, they try to satisfy their feelings again, and there you need a big high dopamine level satisfaction. And there comes that then after that they switch on to like from a small porn, like a normal pornographic video to something more violent, just to satisfy their dopamine level. And maybe that, like is the worst part. So for that reason, okay, like they should not keep violent porn on the internet or something like that. That's my take to this.
Yes, I agree. Yes, I completely agree.
Just remove the content if it's too violent, for being too violent.
So like after this, the topic which we said, like we already had discussed, like the problems going on, but like coming down to solutions, what be the necessary solutions to be taken so that future rape crime rates decreases, etc. So like maybe according to me, the first thing is sex education, because the main reason is when people don't know much about sex education, like the consent, okay, like if if a girl is willing or not, like that, like many juvenile, okay, like I had seen a documentary, okay, like about the Delhi gang rape. And in that, like the juvenile, okay, the guy, he was saying like I was having a casual sex, like that, he was like that in the documentary, which is entirely wrong, because he was being forceful to the girl. It's not like, maybe he must have seen some pornographic video, some violent ones, and then he might have thought like this is the actual sex or something like that, but it's not. People need to have the correct sex education knowledge about it, like what is consent, and like whether if the girl is ready to have sex or something like that. Like that is
Yes,
what
like
is the
uh,
main thing.
yes. So
Yeah,
like jumping off of what you just said,
yeah,
like we discussed previously, that we think that banning pornographic content completely would be wrong in order, but monitoring it is the right way to go about it. But
yeah.
then again, kids are get influenced also, like in one way or the other they do. And when they
True.
see stuff on the internet and they see that the girls are being uh, getting saying yes to like all sorts of things, all sorts of positions, activities,
True.
when
whatever.
they're used as an
Yeah,
object.
yeah, and like vice versa, even for when girls see and they see men are like doing all these sorts of things, they might feel as if that's reality and that can be implemented in the bedroom. So yes, but in order to counter that, I think there should be proper sex education classes implemented, not just talking about what reproduction is, because like we were taught that in seventh what reproduction is, but like actually going in depth to what consent is, like what people actually do,
Yeah.
how it's done, and they also just should bring up the fact about pornographic content on the internet, saying that whatever you see on the internet, that is not real. Do not expect that to be real. Do not expect that from your partner in the bedroom when you are actually doing it. And obviously, consent is very important. That should be implemented into the
And
curriculum as well, teaching kids
yeah,
about consent. Sorry, I'll just like finish. And then the last part is about telling kids about laws. I really feel as though like laws are not being told or explained to the children at all, because like we are too busy learning about the history that we're forgetting about the present and the future. So we need to teach our kids and learn ourselves, educate ourselves about the Indian laws surrounding all these crimes. Yes, so
true.
yeah.
And there is this one more thing. Sex education actually starts from your home itself. Like when your parents say it to you, the way they describe these things to you. Like for example, like I guess like in episode 2, I guess, or like maybe it's yet to be released. So like in that episode we had discussed that there are like few things which like parents are not comfortable in sharing it with us. Like yeah, it's in episode 2, sorry. Yeah, it's in episode 2. So like in that we had discussed like parents are usually they are not very much like into explaining things to us, like and also we had discussed at that time that what could be the right age or something. Maybe there is no right age specifically. When a child gets exposed to something, he needs to be correctly said or given that particular knowledge that this is not the actual thing what people call it as sex or something like that.
Yes.
And that is my opinion to it. Like
Yeah.
if anyone
the
else
the
wants to
the
conclude,
thing
yeah,
is, before even implementing sex education in schools,
yeah,
they should like not they should accept it. Like they should feel free to talk about it. Like there should be no
Yes.
shame,
yeah,
because
Yes.
everybody is still in that mindset, that you can't tell your kid about all this. When he leaves school, when he graduates from 12th grade, then only it's fine to talk about it. It should
No,
not
bro.
be like
Even
that,
true,
even
true,
because
some
true,
parents.
kids at the age of 12 already are getting to know all of this. The internet,
right,
it's like
right, right,
full of
right.
information. And
You'd
so
True.
you'd
it's
be surprised for some kids. The parents are like, "You'll get to know after marriage. No need to learn about that before." It's so
yeah,
fucking
that's
crazy.
Bro,
that's
that is
what's
fucked
that's
up.
what's
That is
messed
fucked
up,
up.
man. Me and my
Yeah.
friends, we used to joke about that stuff. Like my friend was like, oh, when Swagra time, I'll like call you guys, you explain how to. So I mean, like, we're still in that stupid mentality, man. Everybody should start accepting it. This is the reality
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
We're in
Yeah,
Sorry.
like
2020.
there used to be like like as Klein said that I like that Suagra thing and all like that, only like similar to that in like my class earlier, like when the word, like I guess in the eighth standard the reproduction part was like introduced in our textbooks. Okay, so
Yes.
like
Yes. Yeah.
during that time, okay, like when the teacher says the word sperm, everyone at the backbench used to laugh. Like I don't
Yeah,
get it
they start
why.
giggling.
Yeah, like that's see there's where like we are lacking, like we don't get that knowledge earlier itself. And see, a child is very curious. Even if something pops up on his screen, he will just go and he will search it, like let me just check it. So before like that thing happen, we should explain our child that there might also be like some things few on the internet which like are prone to taking you to something which is illogically said about sex like that.
Yes, correct. So yeah, that covers the and a few things from just to like recall a little bit of things.
Yeah,
We need to like increase sensitization of police officers or the officials in India, because I feel like a lot of people, when they actually do experience this like bad things, harassment, sexual harassment or rape that happened to them, they are too afraid to like go up to the police and like talk to them, because they feel as though the police aren't very harsh about it. I think we
right.
need to like create that sensitive nature among police, give them the proper training so that they know how to talk to people, they know what kind of questions to ask,
Proper
so that
counseling, I think.
yeah,
I think
proper
that's the
counseling,
correct word. They
exactly.
need the proper counseling to handle these type of cases.
Yes, and correct,
And
that's
hire
the correct
the
term.
good kind of cops,
I
like
mean,
who
yeah,
have
Like
I
good
think it's
mentality, basically.
yes, I think there should be a proper like
But that depends on the
panel.
education they get.
Yep.
Yeah, but then you can like train them during like on the duty job like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that comes under counseling.
and also like maybe they should maybe like leave police, okay, like maybe there should be a separate a separate,
Branch.
yeah, like a separate division or branch like for rape cases, okay, specifically rape cases, so that women will be much comfortable in telling the people sitting over there and like taking down the report.
Yeah, and I feel like if there should be options available like to the victim, that if you want to talk to a female, you can talk to a female. If you want to talk to a man, you can talk to a man. Who if like who'll be doing the questioning. I think there should be available options over there,
True.
so that it's
Yeah.
much easier for the victim to come clean.
Bro, like as in as South said, right? Like the different category, as in I think the branch from courts to police stations to ambulance or hospitals. I think all of these should come in a different branch. Like all of the services should be there in that branch, not only for like investigation purpose. Or is like for income, like for money, there's a different branch, like income tax department and all. Like for this, there should be a different branch, but with all of the what do you say services provided in general.
All the services specifically provided for rape, rape victims or something like that, yeah, like
Yes.
Psychology should also be involved too.
yeah. Like
Yep.
those people, the officials who will be sitting over there, they should be like like much qualified to psychology, like that victim psychology and everything, and also like you know and as Z said that like they should have a they should have a right, like who should question them and etc, like that, like whether they want a female support or something like that way.
Yes.
So like they will be much comfortable to discuss the situation with a female rather than a male guy, because a male guy can the victim might not be like very much
Will not
comfortable
he
with the
would feel
male guy.
insecure, like he or she would feel insecure at that moment.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
that reason, he like they should have the right to choose the
yeah.
person who they want to like date
True.
to or
I don't know about the rural areas. Okay, like rural areas, I don't know. Like maybe you guys might come up with some solutions. But like as speaking about metropolitan cities, okay, like what I would suggest is like we should increase that increase the CCTV cameras and all, and create a different security branch like happening in Delhi currently, like under the Kejriwal government, like that. Like CCTV and all should be increased so that and also the buses for females, as I discussed earlier, because like these both things are very much they are very much required currently, looking at these situations
I
on
want to add one more
going
thing.
on
Like
over here
when they
like that.
get like all of these services, all of this, power, they have some responsibility. When they get all this stuff, they should be, responsible as in not to misuse this power. In
True.
their what do you say personal interest.
Right.
Like for rape, fake rape cases.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like those
That
stuff.
is what we're gonna jump into now.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure everybody in over here has heard about the Aman Basil case,
Best
right?
one,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
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 So it's a pretty recent thing that happened like a week ago. A guy by the name of Aman Basla,
yeah.
he put up a series of Instagram IG stories on his Instagram account, and he made his account public, right? and these IGTV stories, videos, whatever, they went viral. So basically, it was
Yeah.
like a 6-part video that he made explaining his story about what happened to him, and I'll get
Hmm.
into the story in a bit. And then, rest in peace, Aman actually committed suicide after that,
All right.
because of the things that he talked about in the video, which I will be getting into now. So basically, what had happened was Aman and one of his friend, who is a female, they decided to make something like start a business as a partnership, right, together. And Aman said in the video that he wanted to be independent. He did not want to ask money from his parents. He wanted to get a loan and then start the business with his partner. So his partner was this female girl. I'm not going to take a name. I don't really remember the name exactly. So, but I won't be taking the name even if I did remember. So this girl, what she does is that she asks her father, and her father, he gets them the loan at 1% interest rate. The financial part doesn't really like concern us that much. So yeah, so this guy and this girl are now in a partnership, making a business. So but a couple days after the business starts, right, this girl, she starts acting distant. She starts like, contributing towards the business. She does not receive business calls. She makes meetings with the clients, but she does not show up. And this is like, this kind of hurts the business, and this hurts Aman as well, because he's a partner, like equal 50-50 partner thing. So he talks to the girl, and the girl is like, she starts saying some stuff, that there are some stuffs going on in my house, in my personal life, blah blah whatever. I don't think I can carry on with the business. Just give me my share of the business, like the money that my share is worth, and then I'll just and then you'll be the 100% owner of it. So Aman is like, you know what, yeah, sure, just take your part, and like, yeah, you can go. um, so she goes, right. She gets the money and she leaves. And then, now Aman, like, he gave her the money. Fast forward a couple days later, Aman finds out, gets a call from this girl asking Aman for money, right. And then she asked Aman for like 5 lakhs something, because she made up a story that one of her friend's father is actually very sick, and she wants to help this friend. So she asked Aman for like 5 lakhs or something, and Aman, like, I guess he was like a really good friend of hers. So yeah, he decided to say, yeah, I'll help you out, and then he gives her the money. I mean, obviously there was like, he explains it much better, but I'm just giving you a short form. Basically he gives her the money, um, and then he gives her at a 1% interest rate, whatever, claiming that after a while, when you pay me back, you can pay back the money, whatever. Because he's also running a business. He's giving her a loan, expecting like he'll get a profit out of it later, and she agrees. Okay, so and then yeah, fast forward, like, again, more time passes. The Aman is not hearing from this girl again. He's not getting his money back. He keeps calling her. He keeps hitting her up. She doesn't respond properly, but then she calls him again, and then, asking for more money. And then Aman comes to find out that the guy's father, who was sick, and the girl asked the money for, is basically a guy whom she is dating, and like, she got pregnant with him. So something happened like over there, and then they started asking for money again. So basically they just kept on asking Aman for money, and Aman was like, he helped them a couple of times, and the couple of times that he helped them, the money he gave them was like a really huge amount, right. So what happened was, like, okay, things got really heated between them. Something happened in the middle. Things got really heated between them. He was like, dude, I don't want to do anything with you. Just give me my money back. Oh yeah, there was another thing happened, that was like, Aman bought a car, right? And the car, he was the one paying the EMI for the car. Um, EMI is basically like monthly installments for the total amount. So yeah, he was paying the money, but then the car was being used by this girl and her boyfriend. Like, she was taking it all over the country, driving it around, doing it whatever. So Aman kind of got pissed. He was like, "Why are you using my car? I'm the one who's going to be like paying insurance for it, like, and all that. I don't want you driving that." It's like, yeah. So like the relationship started getting worse. Okay, is basically what I'm trying to say. And then one day, what happened was, now this is the most important part, right? One day, what happened was. Um, because Aman was like, if you don't give me the money, if you don't tell me, if you don't, like, come clean with my money, tell me where my money is going, tell me what's happening between you and this other guy because you're acting shady, I'll have to go up to your parents and like tell them everything, because this girl's parents, they did not know anything what was going on with this girl, right? So he said that. So this girl is like, okay, just meet with me. So she invites her, and they both are sitting inside a car together. Okay, and what she does is that uh, she does something really crazy, right? She threatens Aman, saying that if you don't stop asking me for my money, right, right, and there was another thing that she gave to Aman as a form of insurance that he'll get his money back in the future, right? He was like, you have to give me back that thing for that I gave you as insurance, and you have to stop asking me for money. And if you don't do that, I will go and file a complaint against you that you tried to rape me, you sexually harassed me, and you assaulted me. Okay, so all of the above. She said that. Now, Aman, coming from a middle class family, a normal Desi family is basically, it's all about respect in the society, right? People, they work, the parents, they work their whole life to gather a good name in the society, make a good name for themselves, try and raise their kids in the same way. But then if they come to find out that their son has done something like this, and everybody in society will just start like bashing them, you know, making, and like he's also concerned about his parents, like what will they feel about me, blah blah blah. The police is going to take me, they won't hear me out my thing if she even goes to the police and says anything about that I raped her. Nobody's gonna hear me out. Everybody on the internet is gonna like destroy me. Like he said everything on the video, right? So he got really scared and he started doing what the girl asked him to do. He stopped asking the girl for the money that he gave her. He was like, "Tu rakh mere 10 lakh. I don't want it back. Whatever." And he even gave the thing the insurance thing that the thing that the girl gave him for assurance that he'll get the money back. Now, again, fast forward a couple more time passes. This girl calls him again, but this time demanding for more money, right? And then she's like, "Give me more money." And this time, like, Aman does not owe her anything, but she's blackmailing him now. She's like, "If you don't give me the money that I'm asking for, I'm going to like go to the police and say whatever like you did to me," right? Now Aman again, he got scared, so he started doing whatever she asked him to do. And this whole thing, it happened like in the course of like 2 years. Uh, so yeah, but then again, Aman, like, he probably came to a breaking point. He was like, I cannot do this anymore. So he made all this video on IGTV, and he exposed everything. He gave receipts, he gave voice notes, uh, screen recordings, everything. He even showed the faces of the girl and the guy who were blackmailing him and everything, and he committed suicide. Okay, now the thing that pisses me off about this story is that the power a woman holds over a man when she can falsely accuse him of rape, sexual assault, or harassment is fucking insane. People don't realize how insane that power is. Cause listen, check this out. This guy, he wanted to do something on his own. He started a business as a partnership with this girl whom he trusted. Like, dude, you don't just start a business with some random person you met like some time ago, right? Like he probably knew this girl for a while. He trusted her, so he started a business with her, and then she started blackmailing him and like threatening him of rape. And the only reason he complied with everything this girl said is because he was scared about the fake accusations, right? Because he knew that the police wouldn't listen to him. He knew that if the girl went and filed the complaint, the police would just straight up come to him. They'll grab him, take him to the police station, beat him up for no reason before even the investigation is properly done. His family's name would be in the gutter, full on, uh, full humiliation for everyone he knows. And like, and probably he was also scared that what if I actually get convicted, what if they actually manage to prove me wrong, like, falsely accuse me, then I'm gone for life. So he was scared. And this is actually a true scare. Like, people think that men are indestructible in India. That's not true. Okay, we are as like, we are as much scared as the next person, as the next person who is getting raped. Is, bro, is the same amount of fear you get when somebody rapes you is the same amount of fear a person gets when they get threatened of getting falsely accused of being the rapist. It's really fucking mental, bro.
Exactly.
Right.
Like rapists and false accusers are both monsters because both of them ruin lives.
Exactly.
Like once you're marked, right? Like after that, there's no going back. You know,
Yeah.
like for
And
the world, you still be under that title.
yeah, and I just want like your guys' opinion on this because I have a lot to say about this, so I'll just hold back for now.
It's wrong. Like how Klein said, both rape and fake accusations are monsters. Because of course we know rape is rape, but then false accusation is also a false accusation. Because you know these women, I mean the bad kind of women, the quote unquote feminists who like create a ploy in order to assassinate the character of a really good person. You get what I mean? And to bring them down, and then yeah, and they concoct it, and then fucking dude, it ends horribly. Like for example, like let's say okay, hypothetically, like some girl, she can accuse some popular figure that, oh, he raped me 10 years ago, and then what the fuck, and then the whole mainstream media is gonna believe it. Some of that popular figure's fans is gonna believe it, that, oh, you raped this girl 10 years ago, wow. And then yeah, and then
You
you
know,
gotta fight it in the
people,
court, and
yeah,
then fucking
people really
bullshit.
forget the mentality that innocent until proven guilty. They don't give a fuck about the mentality. Just straight up jump to conclusion and start like trashing on the guy or the person who is
Yeah.
being falsely accused. It's really fucked up. And we saw like an extreme example of it. This guy committed suicide, dude.
Yeah, he didn't even like try to complain because he knew that
Yeah.
it's all gonna go down from there if she like tries it also. So
And the same
man,
exact people who, right, it's like it created an outrage on social media. The same exact people who are supporting him now, if he was like popularized as the falsely accused rapist on the internet, people would not have heard him out. They would have trashed him. They would have ridiculed him. They would have probably lynched him if they saw him in public. And the same exact people are now supporting him, saying that whatever happened to him is sad. So it's all people are fake on the internet. Fucking assholes, bro. It pisses me off so much. And there's another thing, these feminist groups on internet, right? On the internet, these feminist accounts. Bro. Okay, they came up with this slogan: "Not all men, but all women." Okay, and oh my bro, that fucking line, it pisses me off so fucking much because what that line is doing is, right. Believe it or not, subliminally, it's creating like a subconsciously, it's creating a mentality in small kids that all men, like even inside girls or boys, whoever they like, all men are monsters. All men are like are evil. They do this kind of shit, even though they might pretend that they don't. Like, bro, that is what is doing. They keep saying that not all men but all women, and but they don't say that, but like stop treating all men like they are, right. They don't say that. They just ended at like the two lines, and it's so fucked up. uh bro, imagine how like stupid it is. Imagine if a kid, right, a kid heard that, a small girl, a girl heard that, and she's like, all men, so that means my dad as well, that means my brother as well. And she starts acting distant from them. Bro, it's gonna create a whole bunch of psychological fucked upness thoughts inside a kid. Like, why are they doing this?
To gain favor, to, let's say, like in a court, there's going to be money on the line, right? So yeah, just do a fake accusation and then try to win it, and then get millions of dollars, like that kind of, some stupid kind of income.
it's all like from the product of the male dominant type of society, and then the women are like, now it's our turn, for all the shit that we had to go through before.
I
Now
think I think
we
I
can
think
come up.
yeah.
So it's all like that now.
I think Klein is fucking right now, because like I think it's like a it's sort of a deep rooted revenge thing that is coming out in a way.
But then in a way, um, the feminists are like 2% right, they're 2% correct. Why? Because there have been lots of sexist people in modern history. Like there was a
Bro,
time when women couldn't vote or some shit. They
it
couldn't
is
work.
right, but their approach is completely wrong,
Yeah.
bro. There is
Yeah.
this one, bro. I have seen people like post with like thousands
and thousands of likes on them, saying shit like, no, let me read it out. Saying, yeah, I have it. Okay, yeah. So they say women, when they talk about feminism and equality, right to life, freedom of movement, safety, bodily autonomy, right to education, protection from sexual violence, equal pay, right to own property, what they see men here is, I want to be naked on the streets. How, bro? What?
Oh my god.
No, but that's actually a.
No,
Uh,
dude. How can you, bro? Dude, no. How can you make such an outlandish statement, man?
but okay, hold on. Hear me out. So okay. So according to the post that Z said, that equal pay, equal this, equal that, that is also right. But then, man, for some reason, some of the feminists from these certain groups, they love to be naked. You get what I mean?
See, that's not. See, yeah,
So
I get
that
it, but like that's not the
they are
point.
only using that like under modernization, under what do you say, they are feminists, they are open, they are open minded people. So they are like, yeah, we can do like these type of these kinds of stuff, you know. Just because you're open minded doesn't mean you have to walk naked on the freaking
Okay,
street.
guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But then,
Okay, so
hey,
Zen
that's
is
feminism.
have you guys heard about Jordan B. Peterson?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah,
he's a dope
yeah.
psychologist.
Yeah, he has done some kind of like deep research, and he's also backing it up with statistics. I don't remember the numbers exactly right now, but he's saying that the reason women don't get to a high, like not all women, but only some women get to a higher level of industrial success in any field is because men are more competitive in general than women. Women's like, they like they don't have a problem for settling for less as compared to men. Like men will be like, nah, I'm not gonna settle for less. I'm gonna like, I'm gonna backstab with this other guy if I have to. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Whereas women, like they tend to be more softer in their approach, more like,
Bro,
you know, more
90% of the
tame.
guys, right, in that category, right, they
Yeah.
have someone else to, feed, someone else to like many, they are not like, they are, some people are dependent on those guys, in rather than in female case. Like
Yeah,
in
there's also another
females
thing.
also,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it happens there also, like some like people are also dependent on them, like the families are dependent on them, even in females, but that's a really small percentage comparatively to the men's section.
And that is why men have like, this more urge of making it bigger and women don't. And that is why the pay gap. Okay, I'm like I'm making this sound very like, bullshit and toned down, but like the gist of it is this, like that was the gist of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but in a nutshell, it's like, see, of course, we men like want the best for women. Equal pay, then many more, many more benefits.
that is what feminism is supposed to be, equality. That's
Yeah,
it. Not like put all the men down, give them less pay, give us more pay. Not that shit. Like it's supposed to be equality.
And if you think that we're bullshitting, you can just go on the internet and search up women screaming while looking at men and being like, if you like come close to me or do anything, like, okay, so the man was like, trying to like make the woman do, like, the woman did something illegal, I don't know what, like this, she did something wrong, and the woman starts screaming that if you come close to me, I'll start screaming that you're sexually harassing me, that you're raping me, I'll put a fake assault charge on you. And she's screaming like a fucking hooligan, like an insane person. Like it's
Like a
disgusting to
Karen.
look at. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Karen.
yeah.
disgusting. It's
Speaking
disgusting to
of
look at that.
feminists, like speaking of equality from like the like
Yeah.
how they say, right? This feminists, they say, like, I'm going to add on like use the what do you say, religion aspect in this. So it's like the Middle Easterns, right? They were like Arabs, if you say, okay.
Hmm.
So like they weren't, like what do you say? They were barbaric. They were okay. They were like savages, okay. And women over there, like before Islam, okay. I'm using the really religional, okay, uh, religion aspect, okay. So bear with me. So it was like they would use like objects and slaves, etc., etc. Okay, and for this safety, this religion was introduced. Okay, like not
Yes.
only the safety, like many more like things were also there. So like it was like, for example, a woman. Okay, she's married. No, she's going to be married. Okay, so like there is a property of, let's just say, $100,000. Okay, so the parents have to split it between her and her brother. Okay, so the brother will get 50 to 60%. Okay, and the woman, she will get 40% because that money which is given to her, okay, it's only hers. Like she has the right whatever to do with that money. And the brother, if he gets married, right? Okay, that money that he gets, right? He has to
Mm-hmm.
divide it, like he has to spend it on his family, his parents, on his sister, on his wife, and on his kids. So like,
Yeah.
and when the woman gets married, the money she got, okay, like her share, it's only hers. Her husband, her in-laws, her family, no one has the right to touch it. And whatever her husband gets, he has to give it to her. Like he has to give some to her also. It's like that, you
Yeah.
know. That was the first, what do you say, example of equality. Like from there, I think equality started.
Yeah, but the thing is that like people really don't implement it. So I think people
Yeah,
really should need to
yeah,
implement that.
Bro,
that's
there's
what.
another topic also, like in terms of equal pay. Let's say in the world of sports, like, dude, just check the revenue between men's anything and between women's anything in terms of sports. You get what I mean? Like people would rather watch freaking NBA instead of WNBA. They prefer it. You get what I
Oh,
mean?
okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
women's this thing.
Yeah, same goes for football also. Football, I mean football, not soccer. Uh,
Yeah, they're
yeah,
like demanding it to be more mainstream, like for the women too, instead of just the male.
uh, but then they're still asking for equal pay. See, the problem there is that what the viewers want to watch. That's their. In the end, it's the viewers' option. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
it's just their pay is decided by revenue, and if people don't want to watch women play
That is
football,
this,
then
bro. I'm so glad you brought this up. People don't understand numbers, statistics, facts, and they just jump to conclusion. Let's just say, for an example, why doesn't women golf exist? I mean, it does exist, but I'm just giving an example, okay? Let's just say hypothetically, if women are like, well, why doesn't golf exist? So people are like, okay, let's make women golf. They made women golf, right? And then the women are like, well, why aren't we getting equally like paid as much as the men who play golf? And they're like, well, it's because people like watch the men more and they get more viewership, so they get paid more. People watch you, like you're bringing, if you bring in the less numbers, you're getting less views. Like, okay, so in UFC, right, Ronda Rousey, you guys know her,
Yeah,
UFC
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
athlete,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
boxer,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
MMA athlete. So what she said, right? Like an interviewer asked her that, "Are you glad that you brought in more money? That the UFC is now paying women more as compared to before. Are you think that like are you happy with that? And you think that should happen with other women in the UFC as well?" So Ronda's response was, "Well, I don't think." Me getting earning more money is because the UFC suddenly became generous towards women.
Oh
No,
yeah, yeah, I remember that answer.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
That's
she's
such a
like,
good response.
she's like, they're paying me more money is because I'm bringing in the bigger numbers. I'm bringing in the more numbers than all the other athletes, either be it male or female in this business. That's why I'm getting paid what I'm getting paid. So I think if you're bringing in the numbers, if you deserve it, you should get paid.
And revenue comes to play too. But then in other fields, like for example, law, of course, there's no revenue in law. Of course, there's equal pay in there, one way or another. But sports, like, nah, man. Sports equal pay, I don't know.
Yeah, bro. It's like in sports, if you're bringing in the numbers, you're gonna get paid. If you're not, then yeah, deal with it. And like
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You want to say something, bro?
Yeah. It's I was like going to discuss about the topic that why people have the that self-centered mind, like treating women as a sexual object. Like, what is the reason behind it? So there are what I mean, like what I want to say is that there are like maybe this two big factors affecting it. First is these showing up women as a sexual object on ads and like Bollywood songs etc on that, like in movies and all etc. It's like for example, okay, like when there is an ad of a car, okay, like this when we are discussing about a car. So when they want to show the ad, okay, so like for take an example, it's a Porsche car, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
Porsche. Yeah. So when they want to give an ad of Porsche, okay, they
Hmm.
will on the big billboards. What they will do is that like they will make that billboard much filthier. They will be like, they will put the car beside, okay, and like a girl in a bikini, and then like they will write a title down there, like would you drive her? So like,
Oh my
see,
god.
there is
That's so
where like,
fucked up,
Bro,
man.
what
What
the
the
now?
hell?
Would you ride her? That shit is,
Oh,
yeah, like,
bro.
ride who? The girl or the car? Like,
oh my
it's that
god.
situation over there.
Some
See, like
psychological
they
shit
just,
over there.
Bro,
yeah,
like, okay,
psychological
I
too.
get,
Like,
I get humor, but like, there's like, obviously for everything, there's a time and a place and a situation, man. Like, what the fuck is
yeah,
going on over here, man?
yeah, exactly. Like they just want to, see, they're in the place of, on the place of ad, they are, just promoting, in a certain psychological way, they are promoting women as a sexual object, which is
Yeah,
entirely
as a
wrong. And
product, yeah.
also, yeah, as a product, not like a human being. And also, there is this one more thing, okay, like the current Bollywood songs and all
Oh
happening
shit.
currently in our country, okay, like what we call item numbers for the people who don't know, okay.
Item
So
songs.
these items,
Item
yeah,
songs, yeah.
item songs, yeah.
The
So like
biggest,
in
the biggest bullshit in Bollywood, in my opinion.
But see, in the end, it sells.
Yeah, sex sells. That's the
yeah, yeah, that's what,
it is
yeah, but like
business.
what. Yeah, so like what I want to say related to these item songs is that like in the item songs, if you like, if you check them with like your keen eyes, you will see that in these songs, a guy is like being so much, attracted to the girl. He's taking out his tongue out, or like pouring alcohol on the
Yeah,
girl, and
if
so
you
and
do
so
that
on.
in real life,
Like
right?
there,
Straight away,
there
like
is
you're a goner.
yeah, exactly. And like when they're portraying women like in that Sheila Ki Jawani song, or like these that Agnipat song. What is it?
Oh,
That,
Chikni
that
Chameli.
what is that song? Yeah, that song. Like so many men behind one girl,
Oh
etc. Like
yeah.
there is that that psychological factor is being
It's
affected
like a
and like
subliminal message.
shown to the viewer. Yeah, like that. Like it is shown to the viewers that like she is treated as a sexual object, and maybe that's the reason where also like in the backward classes where like people don't have much understanding about the sexual equality or the equality between male female. They just can't understand the factor that women are not sexual objects. Like and that's the reason maybe like what I feel is that people think that like लड़की को पटाना है मतलब ऐसा पटाना है and all like that. It's entirely wrong, right? It's senseless. If you do something like this in real life, they will kick you out and burn you, maybe lynching or something. I don't know, like something that type of like thing would happen
Unless
over there.
unless you belong to a higher caste and then you have the support
Yeah.
from a state leader,
Oh
yes.
shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
that guy. Fuck
That's
Yogi, that mother chod. Gandu
Yogi
Sala.
Modi.
Fuck
Yeah,
Indian
bro.
mentality, man. In at the beginning at the topic, I was like, I gave my thing, and I was saying that I don't like India because I don't have anything to relate my feelings toward it to. Well, I still don't like
Right.
India. Fuck this country, man. No, honestly, the mentality it holds, bro. I've been holding this in for so long. The mentality
Same.
this country holds, the people that live here, and the way they fucking turn a blind eye to all the bullshit that's going on, and still vote for the people that they know are going to fuck up this country in the hopes
Yeah.
that the one community is going to get abolished, the other community is going to get abolished, and their community will prosper. Bro, fuck those guys. Listen, it's going to start with that community, then it's going to circle down to your community. They're going to fucking implement the caste system into the law. Okay, everybody's going to fucking get ridiculed. Like, bro, it's, oh my god, I don't even know how to fucking explain this. I'm pissed. Fuck that mentality. If you think like this, right, fuck you. You should fucking kill yourself right now. I don't give a fuck. Bro, no, come at me. No, listen. Everybody
Stab
listening to
your
this.
genitals
And
off.
guys,
Yeah,
and
listen.
for all the even more stupider people out there who think that just because Zishan is saying fuck you doesn't mean you're Congress supporters or some shit.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yogi is in charge of Uttar Pradesh, so there's not supposed to be crimes, there's not supposed to be rapes, there's not supposed to be cover-ups. He should be in charge. He
Yeah,
should not
and
let it
listen.
happen. Caste
Yeah,
He's not
exactly.
doing his
discrimination
job.
also should have ended years ago. Either that or
Yeah,
the people are
and
letting
listen,
it happen. That's
and
it.
listen.
What can I do?
And listen. The only reason I'm talking about UP and Yogi right now is because that is what is like in the news right now, and that is what's relevant. Okay, because like
because like bullshit is happening everywhere in India. Don't get me wrong. Like people are fucking at each other's throat in religious ways because of fucking animals died. Bro, don't get me wrong. I care for animals. I love them. Okay, but when you put a human life beneath an animal's life, you're fucked in the fucking head. Okay, fuck you, man. Fuck the mentality this country produces, dude. I'm pissed. What the hell? Nah, if you want to come at me on social media saying that leave India if you hate it so much, bitch. No, I was born in this country on the 2nd of October. Okay, I'm like the most Indian person there is. I'm gonna talk shit about this country, but I'm still gonna love this country because because I was, bro. It's my country. I'm gonna criticize the fuck out of it. Okay. And if you're not criticizing it, that's because you're a sheep and you're a fucking delusional piece of shit, cunt, pussy ass motherfucker. Fuck you. Bro, a girl died. Babies are being raped. Dead bodies are being. Oh man, fuck. End this shit, man.
Exactly,
Fucking
guys.
no. End this
I'm
shit.
not
End this shit.
even. In conclusion, I'd like to say that in the end, it's both the genders fuck up. Like at first in the beginning, it was all like a nice male dominant society. Hence, the men, they had advantages everywhere, good jobs, good pay, authority, the power to fucking harass and rape women and get away with it. But then came the 2010s, the Me Too movement, the feminist movement. The female, they got the upper hand now. They got the high ground. They got the advantage. But what do they do with the advantage? They misuse the fuck out of it, do false accusations, and then it's all a circle now. So and
Yeah,
then
it's just
Yeah, and
above
cut that
that,
fucking circle.
exactly, cut the fucking circle. Equality, feminism means equality. Get that in your heads, ladies. Just please.
Yeah, and all you rapists out there, you fucking scum of the earth, go kill yourself. I mean, bro, oh my god, bro, if I ever saw a fucking rapist in front of me and I was sure that this guy's the rapist and like everything's proof, bro, swear to fucking God, I'm gonna take this guy and put his back inside his dad's balls because that's where he belongs. He should have been fucking flushed as a sperm. Bro, think about this. Bro, Indian people, stop fucking compromising. Start like holding your leaders accountable. Stop putting them on a pedestal. They're not your gods, okay? They are not India. They represent India. They are not India, okay? Stop
preach.
fucking
Exactly. When it comes to politics, just don't do politics in this shit. Don't like just for like getting the vote bank up like with higher caste and this thing, you're gonna like not give that girl justice. Please don't do politics. That's it. Like
yeah, and
fucking solve the crime, man. That
stop diverting the fucking problem. Like if somebody brings up an argument and says that this is the problem, stop being like, oh yeah, you know what, yeah, that is a problem, but then look at this is also, bro, no, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the rape that is happening, the rape culture that exists in India. And to everybody that's saying that rape does not exist, like a rape culture does not exist in India, you are fucking delusional, blind, and out of your fucking mind. Okay, people in India blame the victim. How is that not a rape culture? You fucking assholes. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
please,
And
people, don't.
also,
It all goes back to illiteracy, man. It all goes back to illiteracy because if you check the numbers, the amount of illiteracy in India, and then like illiteracy is like the greatest driving factor for lots
true.
of stupid thing happening. It's not because human error. Hell no. What human error? Human
No,
error
no.
will come like human error is basically like the what a chotu in terms compared to this one illiteracy. If you teach man or woman like the right information, the right like fucking the right good kind of information, then of course the person is going to be a good person in his freaking life. He'll be able to pass it down to his children, and then so
Also, yeah. Also, Soham, this one more thing, okay? Like, there are these guys like on the internet, these cheap people, okay? They are like messaging girls and all, etc., and telling them like show boobs, show vaginas, and all.
Exactly, the
what?
boys
Even
locker room
this, man.
shit, man. It
Yeah,
all
yeah,
comes
yeah.
back to this.
That is entirely, that is entirely cheap. So disgusting, pathetic, man. Like, what if someone does something same to your sister, man? Like, like how will you guys react? Like, obviously, you will hit the shit out of that guy, right? Like, how can you like those cheap people, like go and talk to someone else's sister that way? That is entirely wrong. Like
Yeah,
asking
and
boobs, what the hell, man? Like you don't have any sense or something like that. Like
कोई
it's
शर्म नहीं आती?
terrible. It's terrible, man.
Yeah, and
Like
see,
that.
if the girl wants to, show her, titties and whatnot, she can just go join OnlyFans. But that doesn't. But that's her like her choice in the end. You get what I mean? Like her
Exactly,
consent,
guys.
like that.
Exactly,
Everybody,
yeah.
consent is important.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you see, this one more thing, since Klein and Johan brought it up.
Yeah,
So
tell.
this thing also, that like the girls who are posting about their bikini photos or something like that, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Just don't block them or do something like that. But don't watch it and like comment over there that you're wearing and you want to show your boobs.
Listen,
and all like
I just want to end this by saying that, listen, have a logical thinking temperament, have a scientific temperament. Do not make decisions based off of emotions. Don't jump on conclusions and be like, let's lynch the people. Bro, we need to have a proper law system. If a crime is being committed, even if it's like the most like the most worst of the worst, there needs to be a proper law system. Stop fucking taking things into your own hand, okay? Be scientifically sound. Have logic behind your reasonings. Do not just go after people and like for no reason. Do not follow people like sheep. Have your own reasoning. Have your own opinions. Like that's important. Have opinions, but back your opinions with facts. Okay, when you do that, and also when it comes down to rape and all that, report it. Do not keep it silent. Okay, anything that is happening, do not keep it to yourselves. No matter how hard it is, I would never be able to understand the pain of a victim that goes through this. But I'm begging you that please talk to someone, tell somebody, even if it's the closest person to you that has done this to you. Tell somebody about this because people are listening and things are changing.
And for all the parents and the brothers of that victim, fucking, like, if she's gonna like tell you that she's been like raped or harassed, don't like just tell her to like shut up. Like, don't speak to anybody about this and like thinking it's shame, man. Just report that shit. Like,
Yeah.
support her, man.
And also
Don't
teach your boy some manners. That's
exactly, yes.
Yeah, bro. Enough with the log kya kahenge yaar. What log kya
Yeah,
kahenge?
man.
Yeah,
The
man.
logs are fucking illiterate.
all.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Educate your boys,
True.
teach them manners, and all the feminist group on Instagram that make like outlandish statements. Fuck you all. That's been us. Like, subscribe, share. We fucking put our hearts into this topic. This means a lot to us. Share this conversation, okay? Because this is an important conversation that needs to be had in our country because things are not
Yeah.
changing, and it needs to change. So yeah,
Don't go out and say to your those girls who you stalk and say them that I want to see your boobs, I want to see you nude, etc. That girl even does not know you fucking creeps. And also this one more thing, be educated, don't be an illiterate fool and like talk about bring up religion for like a rapist matter or something. No, or caste. Just don't, please be educated, teach your sons the right thing, and just keep just be educated about it, just so that's what I want to say. Just that's my bullshit I want to talk
Yeah,
about.
and one more. When being educated, like you got to research and everything. Make sure your sources are credible, trusted, and not some outdated shit. Like
Yeah, some outdated shit.
don't
fuck
look at
fake
some.
news. Fuck fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
And
you go. Like
also,
misinformation.
yeah. And also just stop watching, violent porn and such kind of thing, bro.
Yeah.
Just don't. Be productive. Do something credible, man. Like what your parents will be proud of. Don't do something worse, like coming on the media and you have to like make your muh kala, something
Yeah,
like that.
literally
Don't.
coming
Don't-
on the media.
Don't
Fucking-
be like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm from the upper caste, I can do this shit. Don't do that
Yeah.
shit, man.
Yeah,
Just
and,
don't.
and,
Be
and,
a
if,
proper
and, if you,
man.
and if you support that kind of shit, that kind of mentality, fuck you, go die in a ditch. All right, peace.
And to all those people who are supporting that
We
mentality,
ain't
fuck
done.
you all.
Fuck the caste system too.
In short, पढ़े लिखे जाहिल भी मत बनो